Stella Hernandez loves her daily walks along the lakefront in Kenosha. Not long ago, these walks were much more difficult because she was carrying 130 additional pounds.
It was time, as I always liked to outdoors, but I wasn't always able to walk as much.
Her journey to lose the weight began at Freighter 7 years ago.
What were some of the health issues you were facing that led you to Dr. Kidambi?
Well, the diabetes, and then troubles with my feet and legs, my heart, my eyes.
At what weight were you your heaviest?
I was probably like close to 260, very heavy.
Hernandez started seeing Dr. Vidya Kidambi, chief of the endocrinology department.
More than half of our population is either overweight or has obesity. We would always say to our patients, lose 5 to 7% of body weight, and your diabetes will be better controlled, your metabolic health improves.
That was before a medical breakthrough in 2017. That's when the Food and Drug Administration approved Ozempic, a weekly injection to improve blood sugar levels in type 2 diabetics. The chemical name is semaglutide. Mounjaro is another semaglutide drug that also treats diabetes. Wegovy also contains semaglutide and is FDA approved for weight loss if someone has a body mass index, or BMI, greater than 30 and other weight-related health problems.
With these drugs, the blood sugar gets controlled, and most of them either lose weight or can maintain the weight that if they have lost before.
Doctors are now prescribing the medications for non-diabetics, which is causing some controversy. But not everyone is getting these drugs from a licensed physician. The FDA sounding the alarm last summer about illegally marketed semaglutide products and counterfeit Ozempic. The FDA warning people not to take these drugs because they probably don't have the same ingredients as the real ones.
I worry about what is it that's being sold at the spas and things like that.
These fake drugs are not FDA approved, but in demand from people who want to lose a little weight quickly.
I am a little nervous about it, about these kinds of things, how they're prepared, how they're packaged.
Deborah Beckwar is trying to shed some pounds this spring and has heard a lot about these drugs.
I just recently had a visit and talked to my doctor about it, and I didn't ask for any drugs. I wanted to do it with my diet. I think for some people, if it's the only route they have or they don't want to do surgery, I think it's all right. I don't like to see people using it to take off 10, 15, 20 pounds.
Dr. Kidambi encourages anyone interested to see a specialist.
When I see a patient with obesity, I'm really looking at them comprehensively. Body weight is a symptom of something. They all go hand in hand with lifestyle modifications. I'm a strong believer in lifestyle modifications. These drugs will help you sustain those changes.
Go, 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 go.
Hernandez, meanwhile, is thankful for doctors who helped her change her life.
How much weight did you lose?
Well, I was at like 260. I'm at 130 now, 134.
Ozempic is just one factor in her 130-pound weight loss. She changed her eating habits and now exercises regularly. She hopes to erase the stigma of the drugs that saved her.
Well, I almost lost my foot and my leg too, so it's like this is a wonderful thing. I can keep continuing to walk.
For now, she'll keep walking and celebrating life.
Where do you think you'd be now if you hadn't started taking those drugs several years ago?
I probably wouldn't be here.
In Milwaukee, Cyria Sandlin, WISN 12 News.